Have your brain and your heart ever argued with each other? Join me for a solution. Remarkable poetry and insights by John Roedel. And I'll open with a quote from Brad Simpkins. I'm Kim Conrad, and welcome to the Kim Conrad Show, here every Wednesdays on Facebook, live at 10 a.m. Mountain Daylight Time, and then posted later on YouTube at the Kim Conrad Show on YouTube. Please like and follow the page here, and then if you are on YouTube, please subscribe, click the bell, all notifications, and share in both locations. That would be stunning. We're growing the communities and making it bigger and bigger difference. It's very exciting, and I'm very honored. I'm going to open today with this quote by Brad Simpkins, Simkins. You can search for him on Facebook, and he also has a website, bradsimkins.com. I thought this was a very concise, powerful way of saying this. A bend in the road is not the end of the road unless you pull over and quit. A bend in the road is not the end of the road unless you pull over and quit. And I thought that piggybacked really well on this poem by John Roedel, because he didn't pull over and quit and ended up with greater peace. I'm about to sneeze, I think. Ended up with greater peace and insights and possibility. So if you'd like some of that, please join me. John Roedel. My brain and heart divorced a decade ago over who was to blame about how big of a mess I'd become. Eventually, they couldn't be in the same room with each other. Now my head and heart share custody of me. I stay with my brain during the week, and my heart gets me on weekends. They never speak to one another. Instead, they give me the same note to pass to each other every week, and their notes they send to one another always say the same thing. This is all your fault. On Sundays, my heart complains about how my head has let me down. In the past and on Wednesday, my head lists all of the times my heart has screwed things up for me. In the future, they blame each other for the state of my life. There's been a lot of yelling and crying, so lately I've been spending a lot of time with my gut, who serves me as my unofficial therapist. Most nights, I sneak out of the window in my ribcage and slide down my spine and collapse on my gut's plush leather chair that's always open for me. And I just sit, until the sun comes up. Last evening, my gut asked me if I was having a hard time being caught between my heart and my head. I nodded. I said I didn't know if I could live with either of them anymore. My heart is always sad about something that happened yesterday, while my head is always worried about something that may happen tomorrow. I lamented. My gut squeezed my hand. I just can't live with my mistakes of the past or my anxiety about my future. I sighed. My gut smiled and said, in that case, you should go stay with your lungs for a while. I was confused. The look on my face gave it away. My gut continued, if you are exhausted about your heart's obsession with a fixed past and your mind's focus on the uncertain future, your lungs are the perfect place for you. There is no yesterday in your lungs. there is no tomorrow there either. There is only now. There is only inhale. There is only exhale. There is only this moment. There is only breath. And in that breath, you can rest while your heart and head work their relationship out. This morning, while my brain was busy reading tea leaves, and while my heart was staring at old photographs, I packed a little bag and walked to the door of my lungs. Before I could even knock, she opened the door with a smile, and as a gust of air embraced me, she said, "What took you so long?" John Roedel. So what are those things? Please share in the comments below where you feel vexed, where you feel pulled, where you feel drawn between this and that. Could be head and heart, could be other things. Just the dynamics of, and then you get all wrapped up in, and what if you go to the door of your lungs and you sit down in a plush chair or on the grass? It'd be really great if you just took your feet and put them in the grass. Lean against a tree, hug a tree, and just give yourself the breath of space, what I also call the grace of space. And realize that taking 2 minutes or 5 minutes to give you life again and space again and breath again is possibly one of the greatest gifts. And notice that, at least in most cases, that there is that time, there is that space, there can be that grace. And as we drop from our head or the heart into our whole body, that breath can breathe into every cell of our being. And you likely can come into new possibilities or new ideas or another perspective, a different way. Something else that I also do is, if I've got all this going on, I'll go, okay, so noticing the patterns. Because anything that we do has served us to survive, otherwise we wouldn't be doing it. So you can even thank the pattern. Thank your head, thank your heart for doing its best that it's learned how to do to help us survive. And say, it's okay now. I love you no matter what's going on. I love you anyway. And it's okay. You are okay. And you always have been. Because likely, all of those things, the vexations of the head and the concerns of the heart, are just calls for being loved and knowing it's okay. And I'd love to know what happens for you. If you decide to try these, go out, sit by a tree, put your feet on the grass, breathe, and just be present to your breath. And know that you, your breath, your body, every cell of your being are okay. And give yourself that vacation, that breath of life for a moment. Or 5 minutes. And then, as things connect again, take action. Likely from a different place, a more whole, more complete, more integrated, more self-loving place. Thank you so much for being here. This is Kim Conrad with the Kim Conrad Show here on Facebook Live every Wednesday at 10 a.m. Mountain and at YouTube after this. Please like and follow on Facebook, subscribe, click the bell and all notifications on YouTube. And if perchance you're having all this happen, like John Roedel spoke of, head, heart, anything, angst, message me at gobeyondwithkim.com. That's gobeyondwithkim.com, and let's set up a free strategy session, a free consultation. And you might find out that it's a little bit easier than you thought to move forward, because it's time to be more whole, more complete, more at ease, more confident, etc., etc. And if perchance you have dreams that you can feel them calling and would love some more ideas as to how to bring them about, message me at gobeyondwithkim.com and let's connect. I look forward to hearing from you. Please share in the comments below. It's an inspiration for all of us, and maybe you'll get a new idea from a response. Take care, be safe, be well, and how much can you give yourself more life through your breath this week? Bye-bye.